making a real record, like, cool it now. And to say I was thrust into this group would be putting it lightly. I was 12 going on 8. And these guys were like cheetahs on the Serengeti trying to snare any female in their vicinity. And I was like a little baby pelican getting trampled in the stampede. Make no mistake, the first couple of years were rough growing for that little baby pelican. But boys will be boys, and regardless, we had a lot of fun back in those days making that first album. And I particularly love going to the studio because, I mean, nowadays a studio can be a laptop in a closet. I mean, with the technology. But back then, you know, even a decent studio was like, it was dark and plush, and you know, what was cooler than making records? And give me a little, oh, this one, thanks. And there's no way around that without feeling like that. So we had fun. The album was exciting to have your first album, and you know, there's no bigger proof than the back of that first album. You know, we're all so overjoyed, particularly me. And the braces just put it over the top, too. Yeah, the braces. The whole package. It was amazing how that album did not sell 1 million copies just for the cover alone. Donnie's still trying to find that shirt to burn it, actually. And I think that's the last time. Was Danny wearing the pink one, or was that Jordan? I don't know. It was classic. So we had a good time. We had a good time making that record, and but it flopped. Crickets. And but the second album was different. From the get-go. We were all hanging out more, we were a close-knit group, we learned from the first album, and we had that experience. And I remember recording one song in particular off that song, and I went down, over a couple of Saturdays, I took the train down to Mission Control Studios in Copley Place, Copley Square, and it was great. And Maurice wrote that song when he was 13. I recorded it when I was 14. And it almost wasn't a hit when I was 15 because CBS Records didn't know that in the middle of their black music department there was volumes and volumes of Big Bopper magazines and Teen Beat covers. They just didn't know it. There was a marketing snafu there. It just didn't click yet, and it went to 55 on the black music charts, but it stalled. And you know, we put our heart and soul into that album, and just like that, it was over. Until one day, a prince of a man from Tampa, Florida, a DJ at Q105, I believe his name is Randy Cambridge. He gave his spin, one random spin, and just like that, it was the end of the end and the beginning of everything.